In this wood story, we are crafting a unique wine display with surprisingly simple puzzle-like pieces. This project will make for a perfect gift for anyone who loves wine. So grab your tools and let's start this wood story.
For the wine holder puzzle pieces, you'll need a flat and straight piece of wood that measures 50 inches long by 8 inches wide. And we're going to cut this wood into 8 perfect rectangles that are each going to measure 8 inches by 6 inches. Make sure that your wood is exactly 3/4 of an inch thick. If you would like the step-by-step plans in your hands, then you can grab them from the link in the comments. And this time, you'll also have the option to get the plans with the acrylic template shipped directly to your house. With the 8 rectangles cut, I trace 4 of the pieces with the one template and the other 4 with the other template. The top and bottom pieces only have one set of connectors and the middle pieces have 4 connectors. I start by cutting the corners and then I notch out the inside connector pieces. We will attach a template on top afterwards and cut out the rest of it using a router. So just get as close to the Sharpie line as possible without cutting into it. Next, we're going to drill 4 holes into the circle part, which is in the middle, and then use a jigsaw to cut the inside out. Once the shape is rough cut, we can attach our router template with double-sided tape and proceed to perfect the shape. I am using my handheld router to cut the final inside circle part. You probably could also use a router on a router table for this, but I had a bad experience routering out the inside of a circle recently, so I'm not ready to attempt that again just yet. I have learned some key table router safety tips since then. First, never attempt to take off more than 1/8 of an inch of wood in each pass, which means cutting very close to that Sharpie line. And second, have the right router bit for the job. I am now using a downcut spiral flush trim router bit with a top bearing, which is much safer for template routering. And once the shape is fully routered out using that router template, you can pop off the template before going back to the router table, and this time using a round over bit on both sides. This is going to take our shape from bulky to sophisticated and now looking like $1,000,000. If any of your inside connector pieces are a little tight, you can use a drill with a long drill bit and add some 60 grit sandpaper around this drill bit and then quickly sand it to size by attaching all the shapes together first, just using some painter's tape. The final step is to sand down the shapes to 220 grit. Make sure to water pump it before its last sand. Somehow I missed filming this step, which is probably for the best, as sanding is not really anything that needs to be relived. I finished my shapes using Rubio Monocoat in the color Smoke, and this was the very first time ever that I used this product. I had to finally find out what the hype was all about and whether or not the extra cost was worth it, as this stuff is pricey. And just like that, this modern puzzle piece wine display was ready to be gifted to someone who loves wine. I personally love how the Rubio Monocoat brought out the raw beauty of the white oak, as regular oil tends to make the oak more yellow. It left it looking sophisticated, and the symbiotic relationship between oak and wine is surely something the wine lover you're gifting this to will also notice and appreciate. If you would like to make another gift for someone you love, check out this video, and I'll see you soon in the next wood story.